Hello YouTube, welcome to today's video. In today's video we are gonna be playing Karthus, and I will be explaining how I'm playing Karthus in patch 0.10. I'm playing with First Strike, and I will basically explain the new build and the runes that I'm using, and yeah, basically just gonna be smurfing on Karthus here, hopefully. The first thing I do whenever I play Karthus is I'm gonna put a ward outside of my raptors and or red buff. So right here, normally you will see junglers put the trinket down and swap to red trinket. Here we put the trinket late, just so that if the enemy jungler decides to invade us, then we will have this ward to cover for us by the time that we have cleared our jungle camps and we make it from blue buff towards the red buff. But if you're playing as a jungler like Nidalee or Lee Sin, when you think that it's gonna dash over the wall, then you'll just put it in the bush rather than outside of the bush. Zac could technically also jump over, but then he doesn't have his E to engage on me, so I'm not really too worried about that. And then yeah, we always start blue on Karthus because we are kind of mana hungry champion, and we clear fastest by starting on blue. And then I smite Grump, because I'm not afraid of getting invaded, so I'm just gonna smite the Grump so that I can clear faster. Whereas if I was afraid of the enemy jungler invading, if they are playing an early game champion, again such as Nidalee, Graves, Lee Sin, Kha'Zix, Rengar, whatever, then I will keep my smite for the red buff, but in this situation I am 99.9% sure I'm not gonna get invaded, so therefore I smite Grump. Make it here to the red buff, and as you can see I still have this ward down here, so that if Zac was gonna try and invade me, then I would be able to spot him and then either kite the red buff down or basically fight him or run away, depending on if I feel like if I win or lose it. I see that Zac has done 3 jungle camps. I know he hasn't done his blue side yet, so we could potentially walk in and invade him here actually, because we still have smite stack. So instead of smiting the Scuttle Crab in river, then because Zac shows and I see that he only has red buff, and I do have mid prio, I don't know if I have top prio, but that should also be enough. And again, I'm not afraid of fighting the Zac. There it is, I steal that one. Get his flash as well. So then I can take his Grump as well, and then after that I can take his Wolves as well, and then I can take the Scuttle Crab. And normally you will not do this, but because Zac was showing and he only cleared 3 jungle camps, then I knew that I could just invade his top side for free, meaning that now I have a really big advantage on him. So we're just gonna put a ward down, and then Zac is probably gonna path towards bottom side here. We could potentially look to gank mid. Is warded. Not gank mid. Just take this Scuttle Crab. Down again. Just quickly help our mid laner shove here. A bit of damage so that he can reset. Most likely Zac is here. Yep, there he is. He probably has smite, so he will most likely get this, and he has prio, so I'm not really interested in fighting. It's fine, because I was gonna go to my Grump here anyway, and I'm just gonna farm everything here. Go for another full clear from bot to top. Zac is reset for a Dark Seal. And then what I'm gonna look to do is either reset as soon as I have full cleared, or I'm actually gonna look to invade his top side again to steal away his Grump at least, but potentially also his Wolf camp once again if I want to. So those are the 2 options that I have coming up. I'll hit level 6 right here. And then because I'm playing with First Strike, I'm actually just looking to gain gold from my First Strike through my ult. But I will not use it right now because I have not base and I have a lot of gold to potentially get a lot of AP. So I will ulti from base as soon as I've bought a lot of AP here on my first back. Unless if I see the opportunity to just get a free kill with my ulti, then of course I will, but most likely that will not happen here. Looking, not really anything potentially in mid lane, but right now there is not anything. We're gonna steal his scrum at least. And because I don't really have prio, this is really risky. Zac is showing in mid, meaning that I can just take this. Might be dead here. This. See the Zac, but he's on level 4, so I'm not too afraid of him. I could press R, but I'll just quickly recall and then press R and kill this Silas here with the bonus EP that I have. Quickly ult, buy my items, he should be dead here. Nope, he does not die. It's fine, I gain an extra 55 gold. And this of course scales with the more damage I do, the more gold I get. I do get an assist. Vladimir ended up pressing W, so I don't get assist on that guy, but means that my Akshan can kill, which is pretty good. And I basically got like 1 extra camp worth of gold just by pressing R. So now we're looking to farm, and with this level lead and bot prio plus mid prio, I will actually just take the dragon here. Because once I've then taken the dragon, then I can just play for the top side and play for the Rift Herald. And then we have a really good start to the game here. Yeah, I'm just quickly gonna take the Drake, not really looking to invade because I have all of my own jungle camps up right now, so I could just take them safely. So no point in me risking walking in to potentially die. Yeah, now we go back to farming towards top. And you can see I'm up basically 2 levels right now on the Zac and double his CS. Because I get to clear 3 quadrants of the jungle and he only gets to clear 1. And here I'll check if the top scuttle is up because I'd like to have some vision on it, and I actually see that Zac showcased bot. Which is really good because then this means that I can invade him again here on top side. Take his top side for the 3rd time in a row, extending my lead even more. Go, we take his Grump, we take his blue at the same time. We're gonna take his wolves. There we go. Normally you would like to leave one of the small wolves up here, but it's really difficult to do with Karthus, and because I cleared so fast and I most likely will be able to get his topside quadrant again, I'll just keep on clearing the wolf camp fully. Now my top laner ended up dying, which normally would suck, but this means that I can basically catch a free wave. Potentially I can also do a bit of damage with first strike here. Flashing. Blading. Silas, I might have to flash here. It's a very weird Silas ult. End up dying here, but that's fine. Not gonna press R because I have first strike up soon, so I'll just do damage in my passive with my Q. Get another assist here. Get my Leandris, then I instantly respawn here. And now I actually like to swap to a blue trinket. We see if we need to press R here on bot lane. Doesn't look like we have to. And then here now it's a little bit awkward because I did not get to full clear my entire top side before dying. So now I have camps on both top and bot. But I'd like to play for the Rift Herald, so that's why I walk top lane first. And then I clear down because Drake spawns in 2 minutes. So I have 2 minutes to clear my entire top side plus the Rift Herald, and then walk into my bot side, and then I'll be on Drake by the time that it spawns roughly. I see that Zac is bot lane, meaning I could potentially counter jungle him once again from his top side jungle. Should be able to win this 1v1 because I have Leandris here. And just hit my Qs, there it is, then he dies. Take this. Then as soon as Silas respawns, then I'll press R just to gain some gold. Unfortunately, I won't have my ulti back up for the dragon, but we are hoping that we won't be willing to need it for that fight. Just so I can gain a little bit more gold, so I would just press R. Actually, I'll probably just base first to get 60 more AP and then press R. I think we'll actually just press R for the Drake fight to secure that, because we'll base here anyway. Yeah, we'll take the Rift Herald, then we'll base, get another 60 AP, maybe get level 11 as well. I think we might get that from Rift Herald. Just so we get as much damage and as much gold from first strike as possible. There it is. So then we base. Then I like to go into Death Cap. And then we can walk into our bot side jungle and then take bot side jungle, and then by the time that the dragon spawns, then we'll press R. So that the enemy team, if they come to contest us, will be a bit more low HP. And on top of that, I gain free gold and, yeah, basically free gold from first strike, right? So that is the plan here. That would be now. Just press R. We should get around 90 gold here, maybe. 162. Wow, that's actually twice as much I was thinking. And then because Zac is top, then it's a free Drake. But even if Zac wasn't top, then he would be lower HP from the ulti, and the entire enemy team would basically be lower HP, forcing them to recall. So here we see Silas recall after the Rift Herald because it's soon 14 minutes in. And then we just do a wave attacks here, and then this one we can fight easily. So I get another kill. Potentially we can now dive bot lane, but let's just counter jungle a bit again here. I thought that was an enemy. That was my bad. Ooh, I did not have quite enough mana there. It's fine, I do have blue buff, so I can just slowly but surely win this. Unless Senna doesn't have Q here. Very slowly. Stop flash igniting me there, which is a bit unfortunate, but we take it. Senna unfortunately also ends up dying, but that's fine. Now we have Death Cap, and now we'll buy into our Shadow Flame. We'll actually just sell our refillables to get 20 more AP. And then as soon as we respawn, we'll actually just press R, because there's a long time for Drake and a long time for Rift Herald. So our ulti right now is just above 2 minutes. So we can basically press R for free, gain some gold, and then we'll have ulti back up for the next objective, where we potentially would have a big team fight. Right now Jinx ends up dying, so we can only press R on 4 members. So we'll just wait for Jinx to respawn, so we can get a little bit more gold. As soon as the Jinx respawns, then we will press R. Just farm up here. This respawns very soon. Now Nami dies, so we'll just wait for the Nami as well. Again, we do have the time to wait because both of the objectives spawns in 2 minutes. We have 2 minutes cooldown on our ulti. Zac is taking this scuttle crab, can't really stop him. So... now we press R. That might press W here. No, he doesn't, so we should get about 200 gold here. Yeah, 198. And then we, once again, will have our ulti for when the Drake and Rift Herald spawns here. Unfortunately, we have Cloud Soul, which we can't really use at all when we're playing Karthus, so that's a little bit unfortunate. And here we don't really have anything to do on the map, so we will just base for an Hextech Alternator. Actually, maybe we can get a kill here onto the Jinx. Yeah, we can just 2v2 kill here. Use the blue trinket here. The Nami is just walking straight into us. Use the bubble here. Hit 3 Qs and then she's dead. Clear the vision here. Potentially we could flash on this, but I'd like to not have to flash. I'll flash for it, it's fine. This guy will also die. Have the mana, unfortunately. We'll get his passive eventually though, and then we will just base. We will just buy a needlessly large rod here, because we have the gold for it. So both of these objectives are not really that important. The third Drake would normally be nice, but because it's a Cloud Soul, it's not really that good for me. We have to think about who else could it potentially be good for. It's not really good for Senna, it's not good for Seraph, it's not good for Karthus. Maybe for the Kai'Sa and maybe for the Akshan, but that's about it. I'm assuming this is because she needs this amount of gold for an item that she's taking this, otherwise it's really bad for her to take this. And here we have the team fight, so once again, we'll just press R first, we'll gain some gold. Now they're low HP, we know Zac doesn't have passive, we force Sylas out of pit. Zac ends up dying. Free Drake for us, and I got gold from First Strike. That's basically how you play with First Strike Karthus. You just press R to gain free gold before objectives, and if there are no objectives up, then you just press it for free to gain gold. Most of the time you will just start off the team fight with pressing R, and then take an objective or start the fight afterwards. So then we just farm upwards. We're not really interested in fighting right now because we already used our ult, we already got the objective, so we just play towards the next objective, which is the Rift Herald. Take the Rift Herald here, and then we take the Crux, and then we are probably just gonna base once again. And then, by then we have Shadow Flame. So that the next ulti is going to be even stronger, and that ulti we will actually have up for a potential Baron fight if we rush Baron or something like that. So here we go. Now we reach 200 CS. We get Shadow Flame, and we'll go into Avoid Staff. Then we can actually just look to potentially rush Baron, because I can just press R and then the enemy team will be about like 60% HP. Maybe even 50%. And then they won't really be able to contest, and if they do try to contest, then we should be able to win the fight. So I'm actually hoping that my team wants to group up here. Sylas ends up dying. Meanwhile I can just counter jungle. Jungle camps here. Go. And then normally I would press R right now, but because Sylas is not alive, then I will not press R. I'll just wait for him to spawn, and I'll also get a little bit more AP from taking the Baron. Go. And Sylas will spawn now, so let's... Oh, I forgot, my First Strike got procced by the Jinx ulti. That was really bad. Yeah, I just wasted my ulti there. That was not good. I completely forgot that the Jinx ulti procced my first strike. If I didn't get hit by that Jinx rocket, then yeah, I would just have pressed R. That was really bad. I just missed out on like potentially 300 gold right there. But that's okay. We have ulti up again in 1 minute, which is before the Drake spawns. It is much better to let the Karthus farm Mr. Kaisa. Karthus is one of the best scaling champions in the entire game. You just let me scale, that would be lovely. And we can just look to push here. We also need to put Rift Herald at some point. We'll push one wave here. We can actually just push top lane in. The Herald down. So far I've gained 900 gold from my first strike. Could have been 1.2, 1.3k if that last ulti wasn't wasted, so that is my bad. And then there's no point really in us staying here because it's risky to go for the end. Sylas steals my ulti, but it doesn't really matter because he's playing with Everfrost and doesn't have 2 items, and I have almost 4 items at this point, so him stealing my ulti doesn't really do all that much. Now we're level 16. So the next ulti we will basically be using by the time that the Drake spawns to zone off the enemy team from potentially being able to contest us on the dragon. There we go. We get a bit closer to getting our Void Staff. Potentially I could just go for Dark Seal or Medjais here because I am really, really strong, but a little bit more Magic Pen is not too bad. So, the Drake spawns. Let's press ulti. We should gain more than 300 gold from this. It is 330 gold. So on the enemy team of soul. Now we have a soul. Unfortunately not the best soul that we could have hoped for. Infernal soul would have been much more fun, but we take it. And now we basically have our void stuff, but we'll farm a little bit more so we can get a dark seal as well on this next back. And then, yeah, 1 more minute and then we have our ulti once again. And yeah, we'll have it before the Baron, but I think we will end the game before Baron spawns. So basically what we want to do now is we want to use the ulti by the time that we are pushing into the enemy team. So if we would push as 5 people on this wave, then by the time that this wave starts getting in range to the tower, then we press R, because that way the enemy team will be forced to back into the base, and then we can take a free inhib tower. Just like that, so. Team is spacing, so we can't really siege just yet. Once Senna comes to group with us in mid or bot lane, then we will be able to push. That is when we will press R. Meanwhile, we will just try and push the waves in. Play safe here. Wait a little bit. Can't really push on this wave yet because team is not here, so we will look to push on this next wave. So let's just push now. Here we go. Now we just press R. There we go, enemy team is now low HP, and then we should just be able to siege here. I gain 350 gold. Enemy team has to walk back to base. We can take the inhib tower. and the inhib. And then we just group in mid lane. Now, of course, we don't have ult to do the same trick, so we will play it a little bit more slow. But we also have a Baron coming up soon and stuff like that, so we basically just wait for my next ulti again before we look to do the same thing, more or less. With counter jungling here. Jungle camps are unfortunately not up. But we can just get our Magi's and then our Elixir, and then we're full build. And then we're full build by minute 26. And then once again, now the enemy team won't really be able to contest us because they have to defend 2 inhibs, so we'll just dance around the Baron. And then otherwise, I could just press R and then the enemy team will have to back off and leave us Baron, so... We'll just take the Baron here, get a bit more AP. Fortunately, Senna dies, so that means we can't instantly siege mid lane. We'll play it a little bit slow. Wait for her to respawn.
The enemy's inhibitor is respawning soon.
First strike got procced. Seraph also dies, then we have to wait for him as well. This is not really too good. And try and push it a little bit while there are 3 people on top. This guy should not really be able to defend against me. I won't even press R. I just wasted all my mana on E, that was pretty bad. I did get his summoners, but that was really int of me, not gonna lie. That was pretty bad to play. But it's okay, it doesn't really matter too much. If I just didn't use my E and just used Qs, I would have won it, but I ran out of mana. Should have stayed a little bit more in the jungle, then I would have more mana regen. Maybe we can stall the game for fun to Elder so that I can press R and potentially one-shot someone from 100 to 0. I probably can't, but you can probably do like 70 to 0, I think. On a squishy target. This guy does have a Maul, so it'll probably only be Nami we can really do that to, but that would still be fun. Maybe the Silas as well, potentially, actually. We will see. Yeah, it's a bit Fiesta right now, it's a bit bad macro, but shouldn't really matter too much, we are simply too far ahead. But enemy seem to be able to do anything here. So here we just wait until the soul, or not the soul, the Elder spawns. We get 1 kill onto Jinx here. Meaning that I will gain less gold from my first strike, but that's okay. This fight is not really about getting as much gold as possible from first strike, it's more about being able to just secure the Elder. So we will just press R here. Some damage. Another 315 gold is earned. There we go. He's now dead. Also secure the Elder. This ult is not going to do any damage. And then we're hoping we can get one last ulti off on all 5 members with this Elder. So if we just stall 55 seconds. Stall 50 sec, I want to ult with Elder. And then, yeah, after that ult we will most likely win the fight and then end the game. So far with first strike we have gained 2000 gold. But we are now full build, so no point really in gaining any extra gold, unfortunately, but actually just push top lane here. we go. 3, 2, 1. See, maybe Nami dies from 100 to 0. Yeah. Jinx? No. Oh, well, I got 2. And then we just end the game. Let's get some more kills here. Of course, you end up dying, so now I don't have Elder anymore. And there it is. Karthus gameplay. Full build by 26 minutes. And want to take a look at the damage dealt. Then have 58k damage dealt, which is pretty good. 32k tanked, don't really tank too much with Karthus, and then 2.4k gold gained through first strike, 3.4k damage dealt. We get our magical footwear at 945. We only used our future market 3 times, and eyeball collection we fully stack, and ultimate hunter we also fully stack. So that's basically it. Karthus jungle. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, remember to like. If you have any questions regarding Karthus jungle, leave in the comment section down below. Otherwise, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel to help me out. And then I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys on my next YouTube video or on my next live stream on Twitch. See you guys.